parts of my job. We've got two stand-up young ladies here to share their stories with you. This is really what it's all about. They have laid out some very, very big footprints. Our kids and new kids, if you just follow those footprints, it's all going to work out. Let me first introduce our first guest speaker. Our first guest speaker is Elizabeth Adeoti. Elizabeth, as a younger person, you just used to be called Liz, but now that she's a tax-paying person, she's Elizabeth. She's one of the most decorated sprinters in Texas A&M history. Everyone knows there's a fantastic new indoor track stadium at Texas A&M. If you walk in the main entrance, whose picture is hanging up on that wall? Let me give you her marks. She has a career best in the 60 meters of 7.45. Her 100 meters is called Got Left. She ran 11:46 in college, she ran 11:50 in high school, and so that means most people on the track kind of know her back very well. 200 meters, PR 23:55. In high school, she was 23:93. She's probably the most publicized high school athlete in the area. Your scrapbook must be gigantic. Houston Chronicle, I don't know. They must have fired people when you graduated. There was nothing to write about when you left. She was a Texas high school state meet as a junior, where she was second in the 100 as a junior, second in the Texas State High School Championship as a junior, second in the 200 meters, second in the 4x4, 4x100 meter relay, and overall team title second. She returned to the Texas State meet as a senior, where she was third in the 100. She was first in the 4x100, first in the 4x200, and has some mean relay pictures. And was the leader for her team, gathering first in the team title in the Texas State High School Championship. She received a full academic scholarship to Texas A&M. That's an interesting point here, because actually we had a college scholarship orientation last summer for our high school athletes. Raise your hand, any athletes went to that orientation? Okay, we got a few. And what was one of the key points we made? Many, many great athletes at the college level are not on athletic scholarships, they're on academic scholarship. And this lady proved that. Competed at the highest level on an academic scholarship, including national champion. 4-time Big 12 team champion, 2-time NCAA team champion, 2-time NCAA 4x100 relay champion, Big 12 Conference Commissioner's Honor Roll, U.S. Track and Field Coaches Association All-American Track and Field Honors. She has 2 degrees from Texas A&M, a bachelor's in biomedical science and a master's degree in athletic training, and she will soon be teaching and coaching at the high school level. So let me bring up Elizabeth Adeoti.
I would like to first thank the directors, the coaches, the athletes, and the parents of the Northwest Flyers Track Club for extending an invitation for me to speak to you. I would also like to give a special thanks to Coach Powell and Coach Runnels for the time they spent working with me these last couple of weeks. I've known Coach Runnels for about 7 years. He was an administrator at my high school, and many of my collegiate teammates were former members of the Northwest Flyers Track Club. And therefore, I've had some great encounters with the members of Northwest Flyers Track Club. And I know they gave a little background about me already, so I'll just give you a little bit more. I'm a native Houstonian. I was born and raised in Alief. I have two sisters, one older, one younger. I attended A. Taylor, which kind of sad. And I started track in 1998. I ran for Lightning Track Club, and I ran for 13 years. And I was offered a full academic scholarship to Texas A&M, and I graduated, as you said, with my master's and my bachelor's. So I'm going to start with this one. Alright, so as a high school athlete, I remember a very powerful quote that my high school coach would always say to us: good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is your best. And although I heard this quote always in high school, it didn't really hit me until college. It has a deep meaning. So I remember being a college athlete my freshman year. I found it a little hard transitioning from high school to college. And I remember at practices, our coach would kind of divide us up. The freshmen would come earlier in the day, the upperclassmen would come later. And our coach would go through some different skills and drills with us, just so we can kind of get it, because, high school and college is definitely different. And I just remember during specific reps, our coach would he would yell, good job, or come and see me when you're done. And I always remember feeling like, well, after this rep, I hope he doesn't call me over. And a lot of times he would give me some constructive criticism, nothing bad. It was always something helpful. And I always felt like, well, okay, I'll use this for motivation for my next rep. And I'll also use it for motivation to even work harder at meets as well. And so my freshman year, I ended up qualifying for the NCAA championship as a member of the 4x100 meter relay, as well as the 100 meter. And this year, this was a big surprise for me because of the transition because how hard the transition was from high school to college for me. And so I ended my season as a freshman, leading my team to an NCAA championship for our 4x100 meter relay. And throughout the year, I realized that the repeated reps and the constructive criticism that my coach gave me wasn't anything in vain, and he actually meant no harm. He just wanted me to simply remember that good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is your best. So through hard work, dedication, and discipline, you will be able to reach your fullest potential on and off the track with guidance of great coaches and mentors. Therefore today, I challenge each one of you, every time you step on the track, every time you step in the ring, every time you step on the runway, every time you step in the classroom, and every time you take the test. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is your best. Thank you.